It makes me think of what happened on January 6th, how they just decry that as being the worst thing ever. Is it? Is it really the worst thing ever? What about the protests and the riots that happened before and since? Those were bad. Nobody says that January 6th was a happy day, but look at the riots that took place during just 2020. Do you know that they say, last I checked on it, it was some $500 million in damages. Businesses were looted or just outright destroyed. Items were stolen. Their storefronts were cleared out. Glass was broken. Fires were set. Even people were murdered. Like, that's not horrific? But yet January 6th is supposed to be the worst thing ever. Why? Because it directly affected and impacted those who live in their insulated bubble. Politicians. They are so protected, so insulated from the laws and the rules that they enact, that they put upon the rest of us. Somehow all of the chaos and the mayhem never seems to affect them. But it did that day. On January 6th, it came right to their doorstep. It was right there, right in their face. And that's the problem, folks, because it happened to the suits and ties. It was never supposed to do that. They don't care when riots and protests affect and upset the communities where we live. But oh no, it can't come right to their doorstep. Oh no. See, that's the problem. If January 6th had happened in any town USA, some small rural community perhaps, they wouldn't have cared. Wouldn't have cared. But it happened right there at the Capitol. It was never supposed to do that. And see, that's part of it. That's part of the upset. That's part of the uproar. And see, that's all they've got. That's all they've got to try to put a black mark and a stain on Donald Trump's name. But the only thing is, it wasn't even him. He was calling for a peaceful protest to peacefully make their voices, people's voices heard. Peacefully and patriotically were the words that he used. You see, people showed up ready to fight, regardless, no matter what. No matter what Trump did or said, didn't matter. Did not matter. They came to cause a ruckus and make mayhem. Even if Trump never showed up, they would have done the exact same thing. Those protesters who showed up there were ready to fight, were ready to pick a fight. And I believe many of those were professional agitators. I believe many of those came from the left. Just to make Trump look bad. It wouldn't take much to slap on a MAGA hat